Everybody, it's Tyler checking in with 2883 Fred, coming in from War Road, and I'm here with Carissa and Josh. We're going to be talking more about this robot, including this massive beastly intake they have, awesome indexer, I love this shooter, and of course climber, all here coming up on behind the bumpers.
Giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting fun so we can continue to make content for you. Stryker is a leading medical device company and is looking for those in FIRST to join their team as interns or for a great career. Come join a company that will actively support you being in FIRST at careers.stryker.com. If you're on an FRC or FTC team and you're currently meeting safely in person and have a functional robot, we'd love to have you on our Behind the Bots or Behind the Bumper segments. Go ahead and reach out to us on any of our social channels, on Discord, or send us an email at admin@firstupdatesnow.com, and let's get your team scheduled to be on First Updates Now.
So Carissa, talk to me about, we're going to start out with your intake and the power cell journey that is. So talk to me a little bit more about how the power cell is coming into your robot and maybe some of the iterations you come up with from 2020 over to 2021.
Okay, so what we have here is we have a 2-bar system where we have the balls, the power cells go in here, and then they touch here, and then they go into here. And what we originally had in our first design was just these wheels. And we actually added this drum on because they were getting stuck on the bumpers and they weren't going in very well. And then we actually added the zip ties to get the power cells in even better. And it's run by a 775 with a gearbox, and it's run by belts as well.
So talk to me about this this huge roller that you had here. I know you said you added some zip ties onto it, but I mean, this concept itself, I think it's really neat on just how subtle the power cell comes in. So talking about how this plays into all that.
So we were really having troubles consistently getting them all in, all of the power cells into our ramp here, and we ended up finding out that we needed to add a second point of contact before going into the robot itself. So it would go in smoothly because we were having troubles making sure that they would go into the robot itself, and now it works really nice and smooth.
All right, well, let's talk about the next part. Can we put a power cell in? Let's take a look at this coming down here. And I think one of the great things, just how subtle and smooth this is. A lot of teams, when they intake, it's a very violent motion that they have. But you guys have gone nice and slow, and I really like that. So talk to me more about this this little agitator that you've added on between the seasons and just how this process works here.
So this agitator we added, we found that our power cells were getting jammed together because 2 would get stuck side by side right here. So we decided to add the agitator, which rotates this way, and it moves the power cells out so they can unjam and then go back in a singular line. And then we also have this pipe here where the ball can jump over because we were also having troubles there trying to get it into here because it would keep bumping into the stuff we have under our ramp.
Sure, that makes sense. I like hearing about that process you've gone through. So we're going to go over to Josh next. We'll be talking about the shooter and then the climber as well too. But this is a lot of cool stuff going on here with this turreted shooter. So talk to me a little bit more about that, Josh.
So we have a turret style shooter here. It's powered by a 775 down here that moves it side to side. And we aim with a limelight. The shooter itself is powered by 2 Falcons. We originally had it powered by 2 775s on each side, but that was just not enough power to keep this spinning. And these are also on a PID loop, so if it slows down, it's gonna correct for that slowing down. We also have secondary rollers inside of here to help push the power cell up into the wheels.
How many degrees of motion do you get on this turret?
We pretty much have 180, so it can go from this way and then all the way this way.
Sure. And then looking, how did you determine, having these giant Coulsons on here? I don't really see, is there anything else for a flywheel? Not really. So how did you determine that maybe you didn't need like an extra flywheel weight or something like that?
Well, originally we had some aluminum wheels on here, but it wasn't heavy enough and it would just slow down right away.
Sure.
They actually fell apart during competition, so we borrowed some of these wheels from another team, and these seem to work pretty well for us.
Fair enough with that. Yeah. So talk to me about your climber as we wrap up this robot.
The climber, it's a 3-stage kind of channel right here. and it's pushed up by this big solenoid on the side we got here. And when we go up, it has this wire, and I can
Can we
pull it
see that
back
actually
down.
go up? Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, I can put it up. There it goes up, and on here I can control it coming back down, and that just lifts us up.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit extra control versus that one and done on there. So,
Yeah.
Well, Josh and Carissa, thank you so much for talking to us about your robot. Good luck to Fred during this competition, and can't wait to see maybe other off seasons in the future too.
Yeah.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting this video. Stryker is looking for current and future FIRST alumni to join their internship program, and FIRST mentors who are looking for a great career with the company who actually supports their FIRST journey. Go to careers.stryker.com to learn more. You can also directly support Fun by joining Fun Nation. Click the join button, and just for a few bucks a month, you'll unlock special perks and directly support us so we can keep making great content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow, and check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.